So I just wanted to do a quick unboxing of this new server case that arrived today. I've taken the outer packaging, like wrapping that was on it, off. This is a 4U 24 hot swap bay with a 12 gig SAS backplane. I tried to buy this from a retailer in the UK. Unfortunately they're out of stock, but I managed to find the exact same one on Alibaba, which I assume is the OEM that they get theirs from. And it didn't come in that much more than what it would have cost me to buy locally, so I'm quite happy with that. Let's take a look inside. So this arrived with a plastic like wrapping on it, and these were already undone. I assume because I also ordered rails that they just put them in the box and wrapped it up. So yeah, these are pretty much identical rails to some that I already have for another server, which I'm assuming is made by the exact same people. Yep. Okay, so before we get to the server, looks like we have an accessory bag. It's got an adapter plate for different power supplies, lots and lots of screws. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Let's get into the box. Okay, so already I can see that it looks kind of similar manufacturing to my previous server. So a fair bit heavier. So let's try and get this out of this box, shall we? Oh, one one's already out. So yeah, like I said, this is 24 hot swap bays. It's got a 12 gig SAS backplane. And these do look and feel very cheap. But as long as they work. Right, I'm gonna move this box so we can take a look inside. I'll just put it on top of the box instead. But yeah, I want to have a look inside. Need a screwdriver. Screwdriver. These safe. Alright. Yeah, pretty much identical top panel as one of my other servers. The fans are very recognizable as well. Okay. So like I said, this is a 4U case. It has space here for a full EATX motherboard or server board. Comes with some cheap fans, some more fans which are hot swappable. Much like my my other server, these are a lot thicker fans than are in the other one. Look like these ones are PWM as well, which is a step up from my other server. So at the front here we've got USB front panel connectors. And on this side, the case front panel connectors. Okay. There's a 4-pin Molex for power for the fans, so I'm not entirely sure what these are for. Obviously there's 3 connectors and 3 fans, so there's no instructions with this case, so going to be a bit of trial and error on that front. This is a tray that you can put two 2.5 drives on, or one 3.5-inch drive, which was one of the selling points that for me originally for getting this case, because I like to have all hard drives and then I've got 2 SSDs for a cache for my NAS server. So let's have a look at the accessory bag here. So all these little plates and things, I'm assuming are for mounting different types of power supplies. But no instructions, so I'm not entirely sure which ones are for which types. So the plate in here already is for normal ATX. I will not be using one of those. I instead have this, which is a mini redundant power supply in sort of ATX, normal ATX form, but yeah, I'm fairly confident that this is compatible with this case. But I bought this second hand. It was missing some of the mounting brackets, but it looks like that won't be an issue, because I'm assuming these will just fit right on there. So that's good. So a slight change of angle here so that we can take a look inside the case. Now, as I said, this can take a full server board or eATX board. However, one of the concerns I have is with the motherboard I was planning to put in here. In all their wisdom, EVGA decided to put the USB 3 headers here angled off of the board, off the bottom of the board, which I need because there's no other USB headers, and I need it to run my operating system. And yeah, this will go directly into the wall of the server case. So what I wanted to see is how bad that would be. Yeah, that's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. Okay, so this board is now my test bench. But luckily, I have a different board, which should work out better. I don't know why I'm testing it, it's definitely going to work. All the USB headers are pointing in a sensible direction. Okay, cool. So that's my new server board. Specifically because I needed some, well, I needed 8 time slots for different things, but this has got 4 16 time slots, and I think, okay, 2 of them are just 8 times, but that's fine for my purposes. I will be putting in a SAS controller. This one's only got 2 ports, which would have been fine because I was going to use 3 of these on the old board, but I needed to get a 4-port one here, so that I could drive all 24 bays, because each of these goes to one of the backplane boards. So I'll just need this card plus one with 2 out, and that will drive all 6 of the boards on the backplane. Speaking of the backplane, if we get these hot swap fans out, and now we can take a closer look at the backplane here. Not much to see really on this side, but got the 4-pin Molex connectors for power, and then we have the SAS cable connectors. Yeah, not much to see there, but let's take a look around the front. We'll have a look inside the bays. So not much to see here really. Just normal SAS connectors in that. Where the hard drive bays go. So also on the front of the case here, on the side, we have two USB 3.0 headers on the side of the rack ears. And then on this side we have all the different indication lights, power, hard drive activity, network activity, temperature light, a warning light. My motherboards that I'm going to put in here probably won't support things like that, but power switch and reset switch. And on the side, nothing on the side there. Yeah, some handles just for ease of use. Only single screw holes, but the expectation of this is that you're going to mount it on rails anyway, because it's going to get considerably heavy with 24 hard drives in that. But yeah, speaking of rails, let's have a quick look at how they attach, shall we? They're pretty much identical to another set of rails I have for a very similar case that doesn't have the hot swap bays. So to install these, it's pretty simple. You just pull them all the way out. There's a little lever at the end here which you just push forward. They snap out. And then there is a little tab on the front of the case that these slot into, and then we can just screw them onto the side of the case. So I have the screws here, let's put them on. So yeah, if we take a quick look at how these will attach. So say these are in your rack, they're very easy to mount. They just clip in and this pops through one of the holes in the rack. So you need to have a rack that has square holes, not one of those telecoms rack. And then you line it up. Do a better job than that. You line it up, clips in, and then you pull the tab and they slide closed. So one of the things about these rails, I'm just going to put the other side on, so no, I see, I didn't go on properly. Okay, try again. Yeah, like I said, these rails are not the best quality. There we go. If you're not too rough with them, they'll work just fine. Okay. So, as I mentioned, there's only one hole on the front on each side, and so this is designed so when they're in the rack with these rails you can then put the screw through and screw into the rail, so that's now locked in the rack. So I'm just going to put these screws in until I'm ready to rack mount this, so that the rails don't slide out. So, as I mentioned, I did try and buy this case locally in the UK, but they were sold out. They tell me that they're expecting stock in the next month or so, so I will leave a link to them in the description. I'll also leave a link to the Alibaba page that I bought this from as well, if you want to pick one of these up. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. That'll be much appreciated by myself, and stay tuned, maybe subscribe, because I'm going to have another video upcoming where I migrate my current server, my Unraid and Plex server, from its old 4U case with 15 internal drives to this new case. Hopefully it goes smoothly, so yeah, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.